Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
Heyo! Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is YSN Live for this 3rd of February, 2026. DJ Yoakley with you, flying the plane alongside my co-pilot, as always, the 8-time best-selling author, world traveler, as well as the 2-time Grammy Award-winning, 1-time Emmy Award-winning, Pulitzer Prize nominated, the Wheel Deal, Anthony Ronald Hartwig. Ronnie, what's cracking, buddy?
Oh man, it's a good Tuesday. Had a great Monday. It's a good Tuesday. It's a good week so far. I'm feeling like it was a downer of a weekend. We had some roof damage we had to get fixed. We had all our carpets getting dried by like a space heater. But we've had a good start to the week. Monday and Tuesday, pretty good. Like we can't complain. We're going back up. That's every time you have a little bit of a low, get right back on that trajectory upstairs.
Up and to the right.
You know, I like the way this week is starting.
I like it. I like the positivity because, yeah, you did have kind of a dumpy weekend. No pun intended. It was one of those things where you texted me and I'm like, boy, I don't know if I can do anything. Like,
no, I just
my house to you.
Be like, hey, guess what? What I'm going through.
Surprise, surprise.
And there's like a company that like travels the country every time there's a snowstorm and fixes that problem specifically. They're from Minnesota. That's who we got to come and fix it.
Oh, great.
So Minnesota,
great.
some Minnesotans came to work on a roof, eh?
Oh, great. That's exactly what we need. Is we don't have enough problems right going on. Hey, what's happening in Minnesota right now? Nothing? Oh, cool. Neato. Before we get too knee-deep in politics, let's bring on the professor, the guy that keeps
I didn't even think about
that. Ladies and gentlemen, putting out all the fires, the award-winning and lovable professor of YSN. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg McAfee. What's up, G?
Not much, guys. I'm just sitting in the background. I'm like, what are these guys talking about? Where are we going here?
Wherever the wind takes us.
Brand new news to yours truly about the Minnesota aspect of this ratio that we just dove into.
Gophers.
I don't think that's what they're known for right now. And
no, but we're staying away from what they're known for. They're known for taking ice off of roofs.
I love this. I'm only here for Greg content.
Derpy, I haven't seen you in a while, man. I haven't seen you in the comments in a while.
Oh, you should have seen him yesterday. He was on a heater. Derp was swinging a hot stick, dude. He was just every single news entity he could hit, he was knocking them down. Just fastball was on fire yesterday. He was the Paul Skeens of the comment section. Speaking of, Greg, before we get started in the local aspect of it, you, of course, doing what you do, the Pittsburgh sports guru, working for another entity, which I don't know if we can say their name or not, but we will.
I don't care. If you would like to, you can.
DK on Pittsburgh Sports. Hey, congratulations, welcome back, and shout out to DK and what they do. But dude, you back in the kind of driver's seat over there per se. I heard a rumor or many rumors from actual baseball writers. Pittsburgh Pirates might take the division this year.
It should be interesting. I mean, I thought they had a better offseason than they've had in the past. They definitely added bats and everything like that. I think they missed out on Suarez. That would have really kind of taken them over the top. But, you know, what we've been saying the last, 3 years maybe, since they got Skeens at least, is that they have like a plethora of pitching, and they need to move that pitching for hitting. And I think they kind of followed that template this offseason, and they brought in like Brandon Lowe. I'm really excited about Jake Mangum. I saw him play when the Pirates started the season down in Tampa last year, and I think he was like 9 for 10 or something like that. He had a ginormous ginormous series. So really excited about him. And then Mason Montgomery in the bullpen should be a good addition as well. Guy who hits triple digits. So I was a fan of their offseason, but we'll kind of see how it plays out.
I would like to comment, but the vacuum cleaner is back on. I didn't want to waste. I say waste. I'm excited that the Pirates are potential contenders. They are every year. But wanted to start with your thought. I didn't want to bore. We lost like 800 viewers in the last 57 seconds because I brought up the Pirates, and I apologize. Greg, I got to tell you, man, what you've been doing, you and Gary with the photography here at YSN this winter has been absolute dynamite. For you, what has it been like for you to capture these moments, unlike anything we've done before, anything that's been done in this valley until right now?
I mean, I think it's been pretty awesome. Like it's been a ton of fun, to be honest with you. I think, mostly, before this high school season, like I was just more of just kind of capturing the action, in a way. And then I think kind of over the course of like the end of the football season, in the basketball season, just kind of I've kind of learned more how to be a photographer in a way of, looking for that emotion and everything like that, and kind of seeing how the game develops and how players react and all that type of stuff. So I think that's really kind of contributed to all the photos that have kind of come out, like the game against Cardinal Mooney when Noah Bell went off for like 35. Those are probably some of my favorite photos that I've shot, like in like my career in a way. So it's been really cool to kind of see the reception it's gotten and everything like that, and kind of how they've exploded on social media. I mean, I got into journalism, and I told DJ this multiple times. I got into journalism because, like, when I was growing up, I loved seeing my photo in the paper. I loved seeing my name in the paper and things like that. And I kind of wanted to, be that vessel for kids in the high school space, getting them their recognition, getting them their name in the paper and everything like that. But I think that's kind of evolved in a way of, with the rise of social media and everything like that. People want to see their photos, they want to see their videos and all that stuff. So that's kind of, what I've been looking to do in this position for sure.
Do you have a favorite shot of the year so far? Do you have one that sticks out that's like, oh, this is the one. This is the loud frame.
The Noah Bell shot.
From
from
the he's doing like that,
that one from the Holy War against Cardinal Mooney, and then ironically enough, there was one from Jalen Gunther's game against Canfield that he scored 1,000 points, where like he's kind of in the foreground, measuring up a defender, and the whole like Canfield student section is behind him, kind of like in the shadows in a way. And they're all kind of looking at him as he goes. I think he scored like 33 points that game. So that was one of my other favorite photos that I had. There's been a bunch though. Like like I kind of said, I've kind of grown as a photographer. So I kind of starting taking an approach of like how to tell a story rather than just capturing the action and everything like that. And I think that's led to a lot of great photos this year for sure.
Baby boys growing up right before our very eyes. I love it. We're going to talk about this because we've got a 1,000-point scorer on the program today. 12:30, Carmine Tukalo will join there he is right there. Carmine Tukalo of Poland, one of the Valley's latest 1,000-point scorers. But kind of going on with that trend, when you think about this particular time of year, Greg, 1,000-point scores, it is a club that everybody wants a ticket into.
Yeah.
Why is it so, I don't know, impressive, to say the least? I don't have words to really describe it. What would you describe the 1,000-point club at this point in, the year where we're just into February and we're starting to see we've got another one potentially this Friday, as I understand it, Western Reserve. There's 999 points by Kaylee Ramsey. So she should essentially pass it. You never want to jinx it, but it's a situation where, how impressive is it to be in the 1,000-point club no matter when you jump into it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a huge accomplishment. I mean, if you just think about it, like, you don't get a lot of kids throughout the area that are playing, all 4 years of varsity basketball, and that's when those points start to mount up. So if you get, if you start playing heavily as like a sophomore, or if you're even a contributor as a sophomore and you accomplish that feat in 3 years, like, that's huge. If you're a junior and you do it in 2 years, I mean, that's 500 points a season in what, like 25, 30 games, something like that. So it's a huge accomplishment. I mean, just the matter of the fact to, be able to accomplish that career milestone is a huge for a lot of people. It's a goal that a lot of high school athletes work towards. I think, like, when you think of the elite, like, the 2,000-point scorers are huge, and that's really, really hard to do. So like 1,000 points is a huge milestone for kids in the area, and it's awesome to see them kind of be able to reach that milestone. And it's on our part, I think it's huge. Like, when something pops up into the group chat where someone scored 1,000 points, it's like immediately you want to cut that up into a highlight and throw it on social media so kids have that for the rest of their lives. Like, do you remember this moment? I scored 1,000 points. Like, that was huge in my high school career. So that's kind of, I mean, it's a huge accomplishment for sure.
One of the things that we talked about yesterday, Greg, is the fact that because it seems like the 1,000-point scores all come in like a bunch because they all kind of in the same point of the season.
Yeah.
Get them. From the outside perspective, it feels like, oh man, it's everyone's getting 1,000. But like, in the reality, we had 5 this weekend. I think we're probably in the season with somewhere around 10 or 15 total players that get it.
6, 7.
Out of how many players in the area that play basketball, it's a very low percentage of people that are able to get 1,000 points. I think sometimes that gets lost on people how special this feat really is.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool, like, when you do it in such a, like, I mean, we're gonna have Carmine on later in the show. Like, he scored 27 points on what was it, Friday or Saturday?
7 3-pointers.
To go off like he did and to reach the milestone in that fashion, I think is huge. Like, I mean, I was talking about Jalen Gunther earlier this year against Canfield. I think he was like 32 away or 31 away, and he went out and scored 33 or 34. And like, so to be able to kind of have those accomplishments and moments like that in huge games, I think is spectacular, especially, thinking of the Poland South Range game this weekend and the way it ended. Like, Tukalo he caught fire. I mean, I texted our group chat. I was like, big dog nominee. I'm going to reiterate this. He can't miss. So it's a huge accomplishment for kids. It's something they work towards. It's something they put a lot of work in. And it's awesome to see.
One of the things, you got it, DJ?
No, this stupid. Go ahead. This vacuum sucks.
One of the things about Carmine, Greg, and you've seen him too, we'll talk to him about it. He can get a shot from anywhere on the floor. Like, he pull up from mid-range, he'll drive to the hoop, and then he obviously can shoot from anywhere beyond the arc. The kids like that are kind of special, where you can see them really any part of their game they can excel at. We see a lot of shooters. We see a lot of kids that love to drive. Carmine's a kid that can kind of take his shot wherever he wants it.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see. Like, I played with a kid when I was growing up in high school. We called him a sniper because he was just a spot shooter. We would like kind of run plays for him just to kind of find his spot on the 3-point line. And if you got him open, I mean, the ball was going through the net. And when you see a guy like Carmine who can really get his shot in any way, I mean, you look at the highlight from the game on Saturday. It was pull-up jumpers in transition. It was working off screens into the corner. It was step-back threes, mid-range jumpers around the free throw line, getting to the hoop. I mean, when you have a kid that can do it in multiple ways, it's special. Like, Carmine is one of those guys. Jalen Gunther is another one. Noah Bell is another one. Joey Capizzello is kind of special in a way from McDonald. He's kind of a little taller. He's maybe a little bit taller than Noah Bell, but he gets a lot of points in the paint, but can also, stretch the defense and hit from deep. I mean, I covered the Louisville game. I believe it was on Friday. And he was nearing the 1,000-point mark, and he kind of hit like 2 or 3 threes in succession towards the end of the game from the corner and just kind of turned the whole game around. And then he, hooked shots in the lane, turnaround jumpers in the lane, things like that. When you get a kid like that, I mean, that just has a knack for putting the ball in the bucket, it's special.
I mean, we talk baseball, softball. When teams are hot at this point, you kind of wonder, as coaches, as announcers, have they hit their peak? When you think basketball, you can take things. You can roll this momentum into the postseason. For you, who are some of those teams that you're looking at and saying, hey, they're getting hot at the right time, or they've been hot since the start?
Yeah, I mean, Ursuline's been hot all year long. They're one team that I look at because I mean they've played a lot of good teams around the state of Ohio. I think they beat Summit Country Day on Saturday. They got Hoban tonight, which is kind of where I'm planning to go to shoot that game. And they've kind of they're one of those teams that has kind of filled up their schedule with tough teams like around the country or around the state. Sorry. And so they've really gone up against the best of the best. McDonald's is another team, they're undefeated. I think they're 18-0, 19-0 now. And they've played they faced some adversity and played some really close games and been able to battle back and come out on the winning end multiple times. So they're another team. I mean, Poland's a pretty solid team that has a bunch of guys that play a lot of great roles. They have size. They can play defense. So they're another team that sticks out to me. You can't count out Canfield either. And then, one of the teams that it's kind of, I don't even know if you would want to call them a sleeper, but Mineral Ridge. I mean, they have size. They have guys that can handle the ball. They have guys that can shoot. They're a team I'd watch out for in the playoffs. But in terms of getting hot at the right time, this is the time to do it. This is the time of the season to play your best basketball with the playoffs coming up. And this is the time of the year where you want to be hitting your peak. You'll talk to a lot of coaches in the area and they'll say, we don't want to hit our peak too early. We don't want to be playing our best basketball like really early in the season. Sometimes it works out. And then sometimes, at the end you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the season because that's when games matter the most.
There's political posts and then there's Derpy, and both piss people off. Because what I'm going to tell you is Facebook, huh? Interesting. I just got a message from Facebook. This is not great, Derp. This is there like a rivalry, Gerard and McDonald, that I don't know about? Because this is dirty play right here from the Derpster. I think McDonald, what they've done is impressive, not just in football season, but in basketball season, and not just in basketball season, but in football season. Reminder, they haven't lost a regular season game in either.
And they beat Gerard earlier this year as well.
There's the sore spot. There's the sore spot. That's what it must be. Derp is
I was at that game with Anthony earlier.
Yep.
That was good. That was a good game.
We're connecting the dots. That was Gerard's first game without AJ Pearson too. So they were figuring things out a little bit.
I think Braxton Sloan was a little.
Oh,
he was under the weather as well. Yep. Derp knows what we're talking about.
This isn't a we love our children more than the other, Derp. We can't just.
We're just talking basketball. We're just talking
hoops.
Yeah.
We're talking hoops. That is it. I mean, there's a lot of McDonald people that are going to be looking for Derp's house, I think, later. The only friend you have right now is Andrew Hake.
I think Sean Elwood went from commenting on Facebook to commenting on YouTube, but he's right. The McDonald at Mineral Ridge.
Yep. That'll be a good game
tonight. It's going to be real good.
Well, Facebook just turned us.
Facebook went out.
I think it was a 3-point game earlier this year, McDonald Mineral Ridge. So it's going to be another one. I don't know, because Landon missed a couple games at the beginning of the year I believe so. And now he's back, and I think he adds an extra just kind of angle, an extra outlet for Mineral Ridge. And I think that's why they could be one of the more special teams.
Greg, another team that got really close to Mineral Ridge. I mean, really close to McDonald. That McDonald had to kind of find a way to beat down the stretch was Lowville, and that's a team on the boys' side that started off struggling and has kind of quietly but surely gotten better as the season has gone on. Drew Modelski is having a fantastic
Mhm.
season. I like what Louisville's doing. I like these teams that like start off with, a little bit of struggles, but then find ways to put things together as the season goes on. Those teams are going to be dangerous in the postseason because their record's going to put them in like the middle of the pack of the bracket. But the way they're playing right now can really sneak them into some upsets if they get the right people in the right matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to just, playing your best basketball at the right time.
Mhm.
I was at that McDonald Louisville game, and the Rockets really came out hot. I mean, and, we talk about like Mineral Ridge kind of having everything you need. Louisville is another one of those teams. They have, Ricky Wilrich running the point. They have
QB1.
Jaden. Yep, QB1. Jaden Kuhn runs the point as well. And then
Drew
they got guys
Modelski.
like Drew Modelski, Josh Pazel. They have guys who can kind of hit from everywhere. I don't know what their depth is like. I think I only saw like 5 or 6 kids play in that game. But they're another team. If you get hot, and basketball is like a game of runs. Like you can go on huge runs and just put a game away, and then it's a game of momentum and everything like that. And so I mean, if Louisville gets hot, I mean they could definitely be a team to watch for sure.
It's not like they got a state champion track star on their team.
Yeah, he can shoot too. Josh Pazel has grown a lot since the last time I saw him. I didn't realize how tall he was.
I was talking about Drew.
Drew as well. Yeah.
Drew.
Well, isn't Pazel like a state runner-up or state champion?
Yeah,
like
Louisville
sprinter or
has a
something
really
like
good
that?
track. Yeah,
They
have
all
really good
are.
track. They all are.
Absolutely. Between Louisville and McDonald, when you're talking about track and cross country,
Mhm.
good night, sweet prince. They own it.
Mhm.
All right, brass tacks. Let's get to the heart of this. Everybody wants to know who is the best team. Boys basketball this year. You've seen a lot of them, probably more than anybody at YSN with your little snappy poo all around. Who's the best team? Who's the team that we need to be watching, whether it's their record, whether it's your influence, whether it's the way they ball? Who's the team that everybody needs to be watching, Greg?
I have a hard time going away from Ursuline. Like I really do. When you have 2 guys like Jalen Gunther and Noah Bell who can seemingly go off in any given time and they're still juniors, it's really hard to go away from, a combination like that. And they got guys in Eddie Barnes in the paint. They're deep. They play multiple. I think they play like 4 or 5 deep into their bench as well. They can come in and play roles. And then you have guys like Alex Simon on the outside, who's just, I was talking to Ian, I was talking about, one of my teammates from high school where we called him a sniper. Like I would put Alex Simon in that vein where you just put him on the perimeter and just spot him up and let him shoot. Gunther is obviously a great coach. He always has his guys ready to go. They're always ready to play in the big games. And, but it all starts with Noah Bell and Jalen Gunther. And like Sean said in the comments, I would also put McDonald in that vein for like the smaller schools as well. I think they have guys that can do it all. Casey Miller runs the point for them, plays good defense. They have size in the paint with Drew Zajac and Joey Capizzello, and they have guys on the outside like Brandon Emmerich, who can really get to the hoop whenever he wants. So, and they play 3 or 4 guys deep on the bench too. Crumpack, who made a name for himself during the football season, comes off the bench for McDonald. He can get to the hoop. He can play good defense. McDonald's just having like a special year in general in terms of, obviously going undefeated during the regular season in football and then having the season they are in basketball as well. So I would put, as far as big schools, little schools, I would put those 2 kind of towards the top.
Dynamite drop in, Anthony. I got the vacuum going on right now. I just needed one question to get us back to the hump. Hopefully the vacuum cleaner stops. All right, Greg. So you've seen these teams, Ursuline, McDonald. Who's the grittiest team you've seen? Who's the team that you think in a close game can surprise some people against maybe some better seeds?
Poland. I really do. I think they got guys kind of all over the place that can really play in a bunch of different roles. Carmine, I've talked about him a couple different times on the show. He can really score in a multitude of ways, and they have guys on the outside that can shoot the ball and play in the paint. Maddox Purins I think he's a freshman or a sophomore, and to be at his size playing in the paint is huge. They obviously showed a bunch of grit this year as well. I would put Poland in that vein. I would put Mineral Ridge in that vein. With the size that they have, the bench that they have, the shooters and the ball handlers that they have as well. Those two teams for sure.
When you think about middle of the pack teams that you think can make, I don't want to call them sleepers in the tournament.
Yeah,
teams that they don't have the pristine record right now, but you think when tournament hits, maybe because of their schedule, maybe because of the guys they have that are playing right now, who are some of those teams that are really going to be able to take a deep tournament run?
When you have a kid like Braxton Sloan, Gerard sticks out. Kid that can go off at any given moment. They have a couple of role players in size as well. I would put Western Reserve. I've only seen them play once this year, but I really liked what I saw. And they're kind of another team that has size, that has shooters, and that's kind of what you look for, and their ability to play defense. So I would say those two teams. Canfield, you'd obviously throw up there, and Columbiana is. I haven't seen Columbiana this year. They're the one team. They're one team I haven't seen yet. I leave all like the Columbiana County teams to Gary. And then I like Holland as well. I mean, Holland's another one of those teams that can play with the best of them. They beat Harding during the snowstorm, and they got guys who can shoot, and they got guys who can play down low. So yeah, I mean, those are just a couple that kind of come to mind.
I'll throw Brookfield in that mix. I think Brookfield's got a lot of really, Brody Smith, obviously our reigning freshman of the year, and Blake Hammond. A lot of good things going on in Brookfield. They're in a fight for the MVAC between them, Newton Falls, LeBray, and Southeast. All four of those teams still have a shot right now in that MVAC grade tier. That's going to be a monster conference to deal with in the tournament, no matter who you're playing.
1 point game. Your team's down 1 point, Greg.
Oh, jeez.
You've got 5 seconds on the clock. One player from the Valley that you want taking the ball. One. And not just because he's backstage.
Yeah, no, just because.
It's hard to not pick Jalen Gunther. It's very hard not to pick Jalen Gunther. He can get a shot in any way. He can get a shot for a 3-point. He can get into the paint. He can get to the hoop. And with the size that they have, throughout their lineup, they can find ways to get him open pretty easily. So I would say Jalen Gunther.
We got a Gunther. We've got a Rhodes, Addison Rhodes.
Yeah, on the girls' side.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer right there. Blake Hammond is a good pick.
I kind of like our guest today, but I'm playing politics here.
He would be top 5 in my. He would be top 5.
As and on this like just talking about how hot of a stretch he had against the Raiders. You said 7 threes?
7 threes, 27 points.
6 in the first half or something like that. Yeah.
Dude's just unconscious. He's unconscious. Greg, we put you on the spot way too much today. I apologize for that.
No, but, I'm here for it.
No ramifications for you.
Professor was tested.
Just the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man taking pictures like Peter Parker. We're proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, the Tuesdays that we love so much and we've come to love even more because of the professor. He is the best. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Greg McAfee. Thanks, G.
See you later, guys. Have a good one.
I'll see you later, and you can teach me about Slack.
All right. Sounds good.
See, there he goes. Oh, boy, I can't wait to learn about Slack. Greg's like, hey, I have a more efficient way that you guys can communicate. I was like, let me hear more about it. So I'm excited for that. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're all here to see, who you're all here to see, a gentleman who, as we just alluded to, just knocked down 7 threes in a game against their arch rival, South Range, 27 points, and is well on his way into the record books in other ways, other than being the newest 1,000-point scorer in the Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, from Poland Seminary High School, Carmine Tucolo. What's up, Carmine? How are you, buddy?
What's up? How are you guys? Thank you guys for having me. It means a lot.
Oh, dude, we've never. Well, I'd say we've never been better, but we've never been you. Right now, you are the coolest cat in all the valley. I mean, just big dog nominations, 1,000-point club. Life must be pretty good for Carmine Tucolo.
Yeah, it's feeling good right now. I'm really excited, and it means even more that we still got 8 more games to play. So I can't wait to keep playing and put my name out there.
Let's talk about those 8 games. I mean, you guys have a lot of meat left on the bone when it comes to your schedule, and you've already been through a meat grinder of a schedule as it is. Has this season taken a toll on you, or do you feel kind of, still strong a little over halfway through the season?
I still feel very strong. I think right now, where we're at, we're on, I believe, an 8-game win streak right now. So, I mean, we're very hot right now. The team's coming together. We had a few guys banged up at the beginning of the year, and we got 10 guys healthy right now, and that's all that matters. And you could see the grit and determination in our team the last few games, and I believe it's only up from there, and I feel like we're going to make a good run in the tournament this year too.
Carmine, last-second wins are obviously rare, and they're obviously a kind of game that can give you guys a lot of boost. You're on an 8-game winning streak, but that last win was the one that everyone kind of has seen over the weekend, that VC bucket with 5 seconds left in the clock to give you guys the win at South Range. Talk about that game and just what it meant to the Poland team, what it meant to the community, and what you think that win will do for you moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. That game's always a very tough environment to play in. I mean, everybody knows it as Poland and Struthers, Poland and Canfield, huge rivalries. But since I started playing as a sophomore, South Range became our number one rival. And we've always been 50-50 splitting games since my sophomore year. And that was the first time we've won in that gym since I started as a sophomore. And I mean, it's going to do a lot in building a lot of momentum for our team, especially because you got a young kid like that hitting a huge shot to win a game. And you could just see it every time out, how locked in the coaches were, how locked in we were. And I mean, I just believe it's only up from there. It was a great team win on the road.
You've been balling out for years, dude. Your name has been a household name throughout the Valley for a long time. Feels like forever. For you, what have you learned over the course of being a varsity athlete to be able to lead that team, and how has your leadership changed throughout the process?
Yeah, I believe as a leader, like you don't need to just be a senior. Ever since I stepped in the gym as a sophomore, I told myself that I don't care that I'm the smallest guy on the court. I don't care that I'm the youngest guy on the court. I'm going to take advantage of who I'm here with and who I have, and I'm going to lead them to victory because that's just what I'm here for. I'm a team guy, and I want to win. So no matter what situation we are in, I'm always going to be not worried about myself. I'm going to be worried about my team, picking up my guys, and just leading them. And as the years went on, I've contained that leadership role, and I don't plan to let it go until my time expires here.
And that's a lot easier said than done when you're a sophomore. You come into a team and you're saying, I don't care how young I am, but you talk about being able to do it, being able to execute it. What are some things in your life, in your coaching, in your kind of leadership around you that kind of helped you be able to have that mentality and execute that mentality back when you were a sophomore and you took that role?
Yeah, just a ton of inspiration in my life has told me that, I mean, you got to step up, you got to have heart, and you got to fight. Like some names are obviously my father, my uncle, who was a coach early in my life, and obviously Coach Fender. They just told me to go out there and just keep my guys up because they know how I can control my composure. And they just said, no matter what you do, if you're having an off night, you just keep the guys up. That's what you're good for. And that's what I know I'm good for too, because like I said, I'm there to win, and I have all these inspirations in my life that have led me there, and I just want to keep leading my guys.
I apologize. It's me versus a vacuum cleaner right now here at Athletics, and I'm not on the winning side of it, Carmine, so I apologize. The slow heartbeat that you possess, man, when the game's in its biggest moments, when everybody's on the edge of their seat, you seem to be at your best. How do you get there? Is that just shots in the gym when nobody's watching? Is it just having confidence? What is it for you that makes you at your best when the game's at its tightest moments?
For me, it's all mental preparation. I've told myself my whole life to just be ready for the big moments, and I never shy away from them. So when I go out there, I mean, obviously stepping onto the court sometimes in a big game, there's nerves, but you got to know deep down inside in your head that when the moment comes, you got to be ready for it. And the work I've put in, all the people that have helped me put in the work, they've always told me to be ready. And I mean, I can't go out there being scared. So I'm always ready for an opportunity to take a big shot or make a big moment. So I would just say it's all mental preparation and all the work outside I'm putting outside of the season.
Carmine, we got your thoughts on 1,000 points right after the game when it was raw and it was in your emotions. But now that you've had a couple of days to let it sink in that you are an 1,000-point scorer, what does that moment mean to you? What does that milestone mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. I've worked my whole life to get here, and just to see those guys in the locker room, just some of their names on the wall, like for example, like Braden O'Shaughnessy, Chad Fender, Daniel Kramer. It just feels good that like I get to be up there with those guys because they're Poland legends here, and I'm just taking after that, and I'm hope I'm making them proud and honoring everybody here, and really just trying to do everything for the city of Poland. I just want to keep putting my name on there, and it means a lot that I'm going to be on the name. I'm going to put my name in the locker room with all the rest of those guys.
I think you're making a fine name for yourself in Poland, if I don't say so myself. One of the things that I want to talk to you about is we're finalizing the All-Star game kind of lineup, the three-point competition, the dunk competition. I mean, I would love to have you in the dunk competition, but I think after your show on Saturday, my man, you need to be in the three-point competition. What do you say about potential invite to that? And are you already the odds-on favorite the second you step on that floor?
I'd be honored to be in the 3-point contest. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Ball's in your hands, right? Are you more comfortable taking a 3 or driving to the bucket?
It's definitely a 3. I feel way more confident behind the 3-point line, and just being a small guard my whole life, I told myself I had to shoot. So I mean, just from middle school all the way to high school, I've always been very trustworthy with myself behind the 3-point line.
We were talking about earlier on the show, you can get your shot anywhere. We've seen you hit mid-range jumpers off the dribble. We've seen you hit catch and shoot situations in the perimeter. We've seen you drive. You can finish down low. Where's your favorite spot on the floor? If you had to pick one sweet spot that you know is your highest percentage shot, where is it?
Yeah, I would say my highest percentage shot that I feel most comfortable shooting, and I feel like if I get to that spot, I can knock it down, is probably the right wing. Watching some of our games, most of the plays I come off down screens come up, and I usually find myself on the right wing. And when I'm right there, I just feel like it's an automatic knockdown. That's my spot.
I feel like every coach that's watching this right now that plays against you just started scribbling down notes.
Doesn't matter.
Man
Doesn't
loves
matter.
to get to the
Still
right
can't
wing.
stop it.
Keep him out of the right wing.
You can try.
Okay, so let's talk about young Carmine. Let's talk about when you're getting into kind of who you were before you became who you are now. Let's say you're 7 years old. You want to play basketball. What are some of the most important traits that you would tell yourself at 7 years old? Is it knowing plays? Is it just being able to dribble with both hands? What are some of those traits that the younger generation should be focused on to step in your shoes hopefully someday?
I would say just for the younger generation that something that sticks with me is always attitude. You got to have an attitude, a great attitude on the court at all times. If you make a mistake, who cares? Like, you're on to the next play. If you look at some of the even like NBA players, college players, some people get fatigued easily. And if you want to be great, you can't have that. You have to be locked in at all times. You have to have a good attitude and just tell yourself you're going to go get the next bucket. And overall, just never stop putting in the work. There's people out there who aren't taking days off, so you got to compare yourself to everybody and just tell yourself, I can't take a step back. I got to just keep going forward and always hold yourself to the highest standard.
You talked earlier about Coach Fender and what he's meant to your career, and I think he was a big reason why you got that win on Saturday. That play that he designed to get the game-winning shot was perfection. What has Coach Fender meant to you throughout your career? What are some of the things that he's taught you about basketball and about yourself and about life?
Yeah, Coach Fender means the world. He's done everything to help me, whether it's in life, basketball, for the future. But ever since of him taking a chance on me sophomore year, I didn't get varsity time freshman year, and I put in the work after that. And he took a chance on me, and he even pulled me in one of my first days before my first game as a sophomore. And was like, you just have to keep your guys up and lead them. He was like, looking at you. My sophomore year, I was playing with a bunch of football kids, a bunch of athletes, and he kind of just said, take the game into your hands, lead by example, lead with leadership, and always just stay composed under pressure. But ever since Coach Fender's taken a chance on me, I hope I made him proud, and I'm just very thankful for everything he's done for me.
There's no doubt, man. I mean, we know Coach Fender. We appreciate and love Coach Fender, and obviously a great role model for so many, including yourself. Who are the other role models? Who are the people that have influenced your life in a positive way that you want to give them a shout out maybe at this point?
First, I mean, before I get like into detail, I would just say my entire family. I mean, Anthony saw him at the game. He was doing the YSN. My entire family's there. Cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and they come out to every game, and it honestly means the world. But I don't think I don't think I'd be where I am today without my dad. I mean, it goes back to, like I said, middle school when we were shooting in the driveway at 10 at night. He coached me all the way from when I was in kindergarten until I got to 7th grade basketball. He's pushed me to work. He's told me it's always hard over height. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today because he's pushed me to be the best version of myself.
I like hard over height, dude. I definitely like hard over height. That's a big one for me. What's one thing about? I mean, your dad. I see him all the time on social media. I love how much he loves you. When you think about some of the traits that your dad possesses, that you're hoping to be able to kind of have that DNA, have those characteristics, what are some of the ones that come to mind that you really, really hope that you can possess later in life?
Yeah, I would say it's just being mentally tough, like always looking after your siblings, your teammates, because everybody knows I'm not the biggest guy. I don't come from a huge, tall family. So, I mean, not everything's got to be physical. I mean, it's like I said, hard over height. It's all mental. You just have to know, you have to be mentally prepared in every situation and just take care of your family. I mean, he's taking care of me and my siblings my whole life. And I just think like he's preparing me great for not only basketball, but for my future.
You might not be the tallest kid, but you put the work in the weight room. You're ripped, man. You got the muscles to back it up. How much do you like lifting and really making yourself as strong as possible? I mean, we can see the work. We can see it.
Besides just basketball, putting the work, I know lifting is a very key to success. I mean, you look at going to play basketball at the next level, you got to be strong. You can't just lazy your way through. You got to put in the work. It's more than just basketball. Whether that's conditioning, running, you definitely got to put in the work in the weight room if you want to be strong out there.
All right, we're going to put the truth serum to you. Have you ever skipped leg day?
I 100% have.
That's
I wouldn't lie. I would not lie.
What's the future hold for you? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish when it's all said and done at Poland?
Right now, I'm making my mind up whether I'm going to go play college basketball at the next level. I have a great relationship with Coach Hannon, who's over at Westminster now.
Go Titans!
I've been to some of their practices. I plan on getting to a few of their games. I'm very close with Nick Ryan and Luke Rowan, who are on the team. And if I went there, be a very great environment if I went there.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Let's go. Just a different shade of blue, baby. That's all it is.
Yes, sir.
I want to break that news right now. Let's make that happen. Dude, I would at the buzz, Tukalo from deep at the buzz to Nick Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. You just made my day, man. You just made my day. I'm going there tomorrow. You hop a ride, man. I'll take you there myself. Oh. I'll take you to the tub. Let's go. Tukalo is a Titan.
You got him jacked up, Carmine.
I am.
If you can't tell, DJ's in Westminster.
More than this energy drink. You've got me flying high right now, buddy. Like that would make my day. Seeing you shoot and buzz at the buzz would be incredible, and to keep you on YSN. More importantly,
yes, sir. Yes,
so we
sir.
can all watch you. Last question for you: when it's all said and done, career-wise, what do you want to do? What do you see yourself doing? For a career for the rest of your life?
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm a senior in high school. I've been taking a lot of things into account, whether it's going to play college basketball, going to school for education. But I just want to be successful and be able to provide for a family. I want to start a family like my parents did with me and just make my family proud. And hopefully I can be successful and show them that. And I think I'm on the right track right now to do that.
Dude, 100%. You're this interview, by the way, and we kind of let our hair down a little bit for these interviews. You kept it buttoned up. Like this was a professional interview. We are not accustomed to that. You are the most professional on this stream right now. We're proud of you, man. Cannot wait to see you and all the great things you're going to do. But most importantly, we can't wait to see you at that 3-point contest. Welcome to
Yes,
the show,
sir.
man. Welcome to the All-Star game. We're excited. Carmine
Thank you.
Tucolo, your first ever All-Star in the 2026 All-Star game, and we'll be in the 3-point competition, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Stay healthy. Keep shooting,
Yes, sir.
baby. We love watching it.
Absolutely.
We're a fan. Ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen,
guys.
from Poland, Carmine Tucolo. Thanks, Duke.
Go, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate you. There he goes. Westminster, let's go.
You better call Coach Hannon and be like, don't let this kid go. Don't let
I'm
him
going
off the
straight to
hook.
the top. I will stop in that basketball office tomorrow afternoon, and I will say, listen, if you don't get 11 here, it ain't worth it. Nick Ryan to Carmine Tucolo. Are you kidding me? With all the YSN talent that they have on that team,
It's
don't
almost
forget,
all YSN.
Luke Rowan's on that team.
Yeah, DePietro also doing big work for the Titans. It's a who's who of local talent. I love it.
There's a Jackson Hendershot.
Hendershot from West Branch. Then you have Drew Weir from Salem. I think he's in his
There's a
senior
Mooney
year.
kid. Isn't there a Mooney kid on there?
So it's almost exclusively a YSN team right now at Westminster, which I kind of love.
Oh, you love it. I love like there is nothing better for me than watching YSN student athletes go to Westminster because I know the education they're going to get.
Mhm.
I know the networking that's available to them. I know that everything they put in is going to be worth it. Listen, D3 doesn't mean that you're not going to be seen. That's
Right.
the beauty of, and that's why we do what we do. And I'm not patting us on the back, but just the excitement of Carmine Tucolo, one of the best shooters in the history of Poland. He's talking
Yeah.
about guys on the wall. He's going to be on that wall. Like, there is no doubt about it. I'm a huge fan of what he's been able to do over the past years. But, dude, what he was able to do on Saturday night, and by the way,
It's unreal. Nick Toy.
it's usually the
almost
game that
chased him down.
I get, and I was so bummed out that I couldn't go because I
Right.
mean, I was watching my son, so let's be fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't truly bummed out. I was watching it, but at the same time, you got the love, you got the hey, Anthony was there. Little pat on the back. Anthony was there. Screw off, DJ. We don't want stupid South Range idiot. I appreciate it. I mean, I truly, I'm a fan of Carmine Tucolo. There's no doubt about it. Not just what he does on the floor, and I think I'm speaking for you. What he does, the character that young man has, the adversity that he's faced, and he just never blinked. Stared it right in the face. Cut his eyelids open, as Mike Tomlin would say, and just never blinked.
You know, he talked about that sophomore year. All he did was win NE8 Player of the Year that year in his first year as a varsity players. And I think he's one of the favorites to win it this year. I mean, as long as Poland, they give it to the winner. So as long as Poland takes care of business down the stretch and wins the NE8, he'll be in line for his second NE8 Player of the Year. So
Is that a rule?
I think almost it might be one of those unwritten rules. Usually the winner of the conference gets Player of the Year.
Didn't Songer get Player of the Year in football?
Yeah, sometimes it's broken, but it's almost always.
Sometimes it's just
you know,
the best
Songer
play.
didn't get it last year because Songer was hurt. So
This year. He got football this year.
he got football Trumbull County Player of the Year, but I don't think he got the conference Player of the Year. I could be wrong.
I think you're wrong.
And I know we got Trumbull County Player of the Year.
He got Trumbull County Player of the Year. I see that's another thing that we need to talk about. We need to discuss is this: some of these voting. Do they really matter? And not that we're trying to. I guess we are trying to kind of water it down, but it's one of those things like they're very political. Like they have to be seniors. No, I don't think so.
Seniors have a big leg up. You know, you have to do something super. And it feels like you have to do something super special to lean those votes away from a senior.
Conference Player of the
Sometimes.
Year was Pearson. All right, I stand corrected. My apologies. This vacuum, for the love of God.
Thank you, Sean. You are a godsend. Journalism.
You know who's
Better
not?
than us.
This vacuum cleaner.
It's Canadian. It's Canadian vacuum cleaner.
What a maple syrup piece of crap. Dude. And you know the worst inside baseball here. And I'm not really really enraged mad. I'm just like
It's annoying.
12 to 1. 12 to 1.
It'll probably
12 to
go
1.
off as soon as you're off the show, and then
It went off 3 times while we were in that interview, and like every time I had a question for Carmine,
They're standing there waiting. They're like, "Wait, is he talking?"
she looked right in the, and I'm not mad at her. She's got a job to do. I appreciate it. I am a capitalist. I appreciate when people work and go to do their jobs. When I can't do mine, when I get frustrated. Like that.
You need to look
Right
at
now, this
soundproofing
is
that.
the worst.
You need to look at how much would it cost to soundproof that fish tank.
More money than I have, I think. Wait, it's gone. All right, hey, no more
Let's
vacuum.
go. Way to
More
get the
vacuum.
job done.
Great show today. Great show today. Thanks to Greg McAfee for popping on by. Carmine Tucolo as what a great interview that was, dude.
He's
I guess
like
I
you
should-
said it. He's such a pro when it comes to doing interviews. When we did his post game interview, like after his 1,000 points, it was like such a sharp. He wasn't emotional about it. He wasn't up in the adrenaline, screaming about it. It was just like a down to earth post game interview. Love the way he's able to talk. He's well spoken, and a great interview. Every time we have him on.
I love that people want to be professional on our show because we are not.
Because we are not. Thank you for
Right,
bringing
it's
some.
Yeah, just to bring a little bit of decorum, as they say, to the fight.
Watch one player show up in like a suit and tie for his interview, and we're like, "Whoa!"
I think I would just. I don't know what I'd probably just boot him off. I'd be like, "This is not the right spot for you, son." Sorry about it.
But one of the other things that I loved about those post-game interviews that shows how much respect Carmine has from his teammates is he was getting all his pictures. So I wanted to make sure he had time to do that. So I got Jackson first because I was going to interview both of them. And Jackson was like, "Hey, we got to get Carmine though. You're going to interview him, right?" So he wanted to make sure that Carmine got interviewed before him. So it was really cool that he was not worried about himself getting interviewed in that moment after hitting the game-winning shot. He was more like really worried that he was getting interviewed instead of Carmine. Like, no, you gotta interview Carmine. I was like, I'm gonna get him. I just want to give him a chance to get the pictures and get his moment with his family before I get him. So Jackson, I loved that his teammate though was like putting him first, like making sure he got the limelight. That was really cool to see.
Well, and those are the best teams, right? And people don't talk about that. They talk about shooting percentages, and they talk about what they can do against the press and free throws, and like. Yes, there's an element of that makes you successful, but if you care about your teammate,
yes,
it kind of, and I know there's a lot of coaches that are going to say they're going to poo-poo this idea. If you care about your teammates, you care about your team more than yourself. A lot of times, that'll carry you into some wins when you're not supposed to.
And I think that game-winning play, was a big example. I mean that only works if you're an unselfish team. Because you had to have a perfect pass. Natoli could have tried to go through the defense and make a shot through contact if he wanted to, but he made the unselfish play. He trusted his teammate to make the bucket, and Jackson came through with it. That was unselfish basketball when it needed to be unselfish to win the game.
Well, we talk about it. I mean, 11's going to have the ball in his hands if he wants it at the end of the game. But the question is, do you want to win the game with a chance to win the game, or do you want to win the game because you're going to have double teams on you, and you can just find the guy that's open, and you believe in your teammate to get that shot. And that's – Anthony, I swear to God. We got to wrap this show up because I'm about to go off the handle here. To believe in your teammates, and from a coach's perspective too, Eric Fender's probably sitting there drawing it up for Carmine, and – you can sit there and you can go two ways. Hey, if you're double covered, get rid of the basketball. Yeah. And the belief to have it, because let's face it, there are players, and especially when you look at the NBA and college basketball, they will not pass the ball with the last shot. It's them or nobody. And 5 fingers making a fist will always beat 1 finger. You know what I mean? We'll always beat the
somebody
guy.
Like this. It's not going to work.
It's just. Greg said that Poland could be dangerous. at the end of his interview, and I firmly, and not just because Carmine, like the NE8 is no slouch this year.
Yeah, Poland. I think almost every team in that conference has a chance to make a tournament run because every team has one guy that's pretty special, at least one guy that's pretty special that can wreck games. I mean, Niles has Kerry
Harden,
and then Struthers has Tommy Cole. I mean, even the teams that aren't in the race to win the conference have guys that are really special that can wreck games that you have to circle on the scouting report.
Thank you to those guys for popping on the show. Thank you to Carmine Tucolo. Thank you to Greg McAfee. It is now time for the What's Your Spark presented by, almost lost it. My head is spinning right now because all I'm thinking about is that vacuum cleaner. All I can hear is a vacuum cleaner in my headphones. It is time for What's Your Spark presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical, and they are here for you 24/7, 365, just like YSN. All you have to do, go to DickeyElectric.com. Commercial, residential, doesn't matter. They can help you out. Go to DickeyElectric.com today to schedule an appointment. Go first, Dan, if that's okay with you.
The vacuum actually got me thinking about one sport that I have, which is I want to give a shout out to the custodial staff at South Range because little peek when I do games at South Range, I have to go through the middle school to get on the elevator to get up the mezzanine. I can't just go up the stairs. So I usually have to open a gate that they have that's locking out the middle school. They've given me a key to open the gate because they were tired of me tracking them down every night, basically what it was.
Fair.
I make probably make their job a little bit harder because they have to stop what they're doing, go close the gate because those gates are closed for a reason. Don't want people going into school that aren't supposed to be there. But they've never been nothing. They've never been anything but just like gracious about it. Obviously, they've given me a key, so they trust me to open the gate. And I know I probably make their job a little bit harder. And they I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to stop cleaning this room and go close this gate behind Anthony. But it's awesome that they're not jerks about it. They could be all Anthony's here. Oh, my night's gonna suck now. They're never like that. So I want to give a shout out to them for one, giving me a key to trust me to get through their school, but also taking the time to make sure that gate's closed like it should be behind me. Good job. There you go.
Janitorial staff everywhere. We appreciate you. You make things better and presentable for all of us. Thank you very much. Oh, coincidence that it's 1:00 right on the dot and the vacuum turns off. My spark goes to Hoover and not the school. Like the guy that, I don't know if it was J. Edgar or who created the vacuum. Shout out to you today because of you, the world's a little cleaner and a little louder and microphones pick you up wherever apparently you are in the building. So God bless you, Hoover. Thank you so much for everything that you do for all the rest of us. That is a show. This has been YSN Live for the 3rd of February, 2026. Anthony, you will be here tomorrow.
Wrestling Wednesday.
Gary Altizer will join you. Do you have a guest?
Yeah, Landon Durston from Southeast Wrestling is going to be joining us tomorrow.
Great show in store for you tomorrow at noon right here on YSN. Are you doing a show Thursday?
Yeah, we got Juliana Krumpak coming on at 12:15.
That'll be a great show. I will be over in Liberty for Lisbon versus Liberty, Hoops at noon. We also have Hoops at noon potentially on Friday as well as
and tomorrow. Mike McKenzie's going to be at Brookfield for that Makeup Against Champion.
That's right.
So we got Hoops at noon 3 days in a row, I think.
See, I like it. I'm kind of bummed that I can't. I have a meeting at Westminster tomorrow, and I've got a meeting in Niles on Friday. Thursday is kind of a special day. But I will be once again spending my day working as I typically do.
At least you have the nights off, so you can go to dinner with your family and celebrate that way.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay, Anthony. Whatever you say. that'll do it for our show. Tune in. All the things, all the live games are I should be up at this point. If not, they will be up shortly. Brian will have that up shortly. We will also have the live games graphic up on our social media. In case you're wondering what we have tonight, you'll be able to find out. And I'll tell you what, Sean's really excited about this McDonald at Ridge game, and you should be too. All that and more on ysnlive.com/live. We'll see you next time, where hopefully we'll be better. The vacuum is officially retired. And may the sports be with you, pal.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.